So you're watching this video because, like me, you've been affected by the coronavirus. But this video isn't about so much the coronavirus, it's about how people have lost their way. The coronavirus is just one of the many things that's going to be going on. We had the norovirus, we had the plague, we had World War I, World War II. And every time we had a crisis, we learned something from it. But just as the crisis went, we forgot about it. Just like yesterday's news. We've been indolent. We've been too flippant about society. We live on takeaways. We have the internet. We have everything given to us now. But the problem is that can all be taken away. So my message to you people is start going back to the old ways. Start living off the land. I can survive myself without electricity, without the internet, without anything, because I know how to grow, I know how to build, I know how to brew. I can forage wood, I can live on my own. I've lived on my own for a while anyway, so self-isolating isn't an issue for me. But society has gone soft, and this is only the start of it. The governments have said to you, you don't need to worry, there'll always be a police force. You don't need to worry about food, there'll always be supermarkets. You don't need to grow. They have said, we'll build your houses for you, we'll provide the food, we'll provide you with distractions like computer games, gyms, the list goes on. Everyone lives on the phones. But people are always amazed when I say to them, oh, I can grow my own veg, I can build nearly anything, I can brew my own wines, bake my own breads, I know how to cook on a fire, and living out in the countryside teaches you one thing, that death is you see death all around you, you see all the dead animals and stuff. But people have been shielded for too long, and that's made them soft. The women are going to feel it the hardest. A lot of women rely on their phones, Facebook, they like the heating on, they like 2 showers a day. They can't survive without the phones, yet not one of them can grow, and hardly any of them cook. So they're going to feel it the worst, and of course children now they're not taught life skills, and that's going to be the most important. Those are skills that I think we all should be given. At least when I was at school, we had metal work, we had outdoor activities, but now that's just been knocked on the head because of what? Health and safety. Because the governments are in a nanny state now. Oh, we don't want to, teach our children to build this or do this in case they get hurt and they sue the teachers, sue the government. So kids are soft. Society is soft, and I'm not blaming anybody, because it's the way government has basically shepherded you along like you're like sheep, and you've forgotten the old ways of how to survive. You should all know how to defend yourself with a weapon. I'm a very good archer, and and I have other weapons to defend myself, and I practice with them all daily. I grow my own veg, I brew my own wines and stuff. I don't need the pub. I don't need society. I can live without society quite happily. But I feel sorry for people of this world who have gotten so complacent. Because even if we get over this, if we do, the lessons have to be learned about being more self-reliant. And I'm not talking about just stocking up on huge amounts of pasta and toilet roll and prepping. I'm talking about learning how to grow, because eventually, no matter what happens, your supplies will run out and dwindle. You have to learn how to grow and replace. So, people of the world, learn from this. Your governments, although they're bailing you out now, it's coming at a terrible price. We all, far too many of us, live so close together. They've packed us into these cities and towns because it's trendy. But there you go. I mean, for me, it's all about land. It's all about being away from people. And I've self-isolated for years because I have anxiety, I have post-traumatic stress. So I find having that condition, this isn't a problem to me at all. It's just a day, another day. But you're going to have to ignore your governments. I mean, this business in America about taking your arms away from you, your firearms and guns and stuff, guns and rifles, and that was in the Constitution. Why was it in the Constitution? Because you needed those to defend yourself. And you've got governments now putting in legislation because they want to control you. That's what it's about. The problem is you can't rely on the government. You can't. It is fool's gold. It really is. I mean, I bet, but not one of you. I bet not one of you have ever not gone to McDonald's or KFC or drive-in or Wendy's or whatever else. You're reliant on ready meals and you're reliant on the computer and the PDQ machines. I mean, we're going to be in a world where money doesn't mean anything. If the internet goes down, then the banking goes down. Money won't mean anything. If you're a millionaire, too bad. Because if somebody sees your shit, they're just going to kick your door down and they've got to take it. And unless you've got an army behind you, you're absolutely screwed. But it's a somber warning because the rich will perish just like the poor. No one's going to survive it, and it's proving it. The UK now is, the deaths are going to be predicted to be higher than Italy. That's because everyone's crammed in together. We're a small, overcrowded island, and this was bound to happen. The norovirus was bad enough on the cruise ships, but people still didn't learn from that. And I bet after this is over, people will go back to their ways. It'll be forgotten like yesterday's newspaper. But not for me. Not for me. And you guys need to learn skills. Learn bushcraft. You need weapons to defend yourself, and you need to learn how to defend yourself, and your wife needs to learn to defend herself. So instead of painting her nails, getting her hair done, she needs to learn how to freaking shoot, throw knives, bows and all, whatever. People are not fit anymore. I mean, you've got a society now that's obese. It's you really, really need. I mean, this isn't a video about challenging the government or anything else. I just personally do my own thing, and I'm not bothered about what anybody else thinks. I just realise that everyone has become like children, and they treat their children like soft little toys. Why teach your children how to kick a ball about? You should be teaching them how to build, how to grow, how to survive. If this ever happens again, and it's going to get worse. So, people of the world, just remember what the governments have done to you. What restrictions that they've told you can't do. Stay in your houses. Don't go anywhere. Self-isolate. Only go out when you need to go out. Yeah. Harsh words, but don't let them don't let this be a lesson, guys. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. I don't normally do these type of videos. It's more a description channel where I describe various products, but I thought I'd to put it out there. I will be putting other coronavirus news as I find it, but this is just a somber message, you know, a wake-up call if you like. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.